have appeared to have acquired myself a Batmobile. Now this is a piece of junk at the moment. I picked it up from a neighbour for completely nothing. And yeah, if you've seen any Grind Our Plumbing Co video, you sort of know where this is going to be going next. Strip the plastic away, make a custom chassis, might do suspension, I might not, depends on how I feel. Bang an engine into it and see how fast it will go. Now when it does come to the engine, it's going to be sticking out of the hood, just here. It's going to be rear wheel drive, as they usually are. Now with the engine itself, I'm either going to go with a Honda GX200, like the ones that are on the trike and the buggy, or I'm going to try a 250cc 5-speed shifter engine from the great shores of China. If it fits, I'm not 100% sure yet. I need to obviously double check. I've just picked this up today. Yeah, the weight distribution wise, I think that obviously make it pretty good. At the moment it's pretty back heavy, but as I was saying, I can't confirm what engine I can use until I get rid of all this plastic that won't be seen and actually make it so I can somewhat fit in this thing, because it is tiny. So without further ado, I'm going to strip all the plastic off this thing and see what I have to work with. So the plastic subframe's all been gutted and thrown out. Just left with the body and the shell in its most basic form at the moment. Next thing to do before I move on to the chassis is just to widen this out a little bit, because it's about 10 centimeters too thin for the seat I'm going to put in there, and just to fit in there comfortably really. It's weird that they made it this thin. It's almost like they designed it for kids. Anyway, I think I'm going to try and hacksaw it. I don't know, I'll use a mixture of fire, hacksaw and regular saw. I don't know, I'll give it a go and try and make it look as good as possible really. So I mean, I'm fitting it now, which is always a good thing. Quite lovely and widened out and all smoothed down as well. So it's actually quite comfortable. There's a problem though. It's not long enough. I mean, I thought this was going to be an issue. I didn't realise it was going to be this much of an issue. I'm going to have to lengthen the body by quite a bit. I was going to repaint it anyway, so there's no worries about doing that. But I think I'm just going to cut down there, down this bit here, and stretch out as far back as I need to, because yeah, it's not long enough. I'm sitting down on the floor at the moment and yeah, nowhere near big enough. Also, if I lengthen it out, I'll have more room to put the engine up front as well. So yeah, let's cut it apart. So I finished cutting the fenders, cut it right against the flat part of the inner fender, so I can just bridge it with a really nice bit of, I don't know, thermoforming plastic or something. I don't know, something like that when it's all done. Finishing touches. So I've got a box here just to sit on to replicate roughly how high I'll be sitting in it when I do sit in it. My knees are bashing against the sides, so I'm going to cut the inner part out of here like I did at the back, because I think that came out really nice. So yeah, another time lapse, another bit of chopping. So I've got the sides all cut out, did a nice job on that. It's come out quite nicely, so I've got room now. So I've got a couple of ways I can go with this. So if I want to go for a slammed look, it means the axle's going to be quite high up in the body, in the wheel well. So this is about where I'll be sitting. Or I'm going for the off-road look on this thing personally, like a rally style on it. So it will be jacked up a bit. So I think this is going to be here, and then this front bit will obviously be raised up a bit as well. And then yeah, I might be a bit further down in this because the axle's going to be, the wheels will start further down in the wheel road. So if I do suspension on it, which I think I am now, it's got room to move up and down in the arches. But I don't want to do it too high because then that will ruin the look of the Batmobile. There's a sweet spot in between, and that's what I'm going for. Where it's not too high that it looks, you know, like monster trucky, but it's not too low that I have to sit really high up in a seat above to clear the axle that I'm sitting above. So all the bodywork's done for the time being. Next video is going to be all about the chassis. I'm going to start designing it, maybe start building it and figuring out what suspension I'm going to use. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.